Hey there guys, I'm Kelly. Do you have extra camera or vlogging equipment that you're not using and you want to sell it? You don't know what to do with it? Well, so did we. I'm going to tell you the process that we're going through currently to sell our vlogging cameras that we're not using anymore, because we've pretty much gone from using a Canon G7X Mark II to a Sony ZV-1, and now we're pretty much vlogging full-time on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera, which we love. By the way, so we not only had one, but two, just three Canon G7X Mark II cameras and our Sony ZV-1. So we're like, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? We didn't want to go like through Facebook Marketplace and sell them. We didn't want to go through eBay because then you're ending up paying a commission. So I did some research on the internet and found a couple of places that actually will buy your cameras from you. You can get an online quote. Who we ended up going with was a company called MBP. I'll kind of put what it's called down below. So you can do like an online quote. You put your information in, what kind of equipment that you have that you want to sell, and they buy equipment and sell equipment. Did some research because you never know if you're sending your stuff to somebody that you don't know. You're kind of like, are you trustworthy or not? I did some research. They've got really good reviews. So we're gonna send all four of these bad boys to them and see what happens. So what I did was filled out a little form online, told them what we have. They ask what condition that your camera's in, things like that. And then they give you a quote. If you want to move forward with that quote, then they send you a prepaid shipping label, and then you package your stuff up, send it to them. I think they're in New York. And then they will look your stuff over. Sometimes I've read that they'll actually quote you more money for your cameras than you think. Maybe sometimes less, just depending on. Our cameras are all in really good condition. They're pretty much like new. We just moved on to different cameras over the years of when we were vlogging. But we're gonna send them our cameras. We're gonna package them up. And so just attach this label. It's already paid for. What they're gonna do is evaluate our cameras and then send us a new quote, or say this quote that we've already quoted you is still good. I'm not gonna tell you how much we're getting for our cameras yet until we get a like for real quote. So then you actually have the option to accept that quote, or if you don't wanna accept that quote, they will actually mail your cameras back to you if you don't want to go forward with the sale of your camera. So we're gonna package these bad boys up, show you the process. Then when we get the quote back, week 2, however long that takes, we're gonna tell you just exactly how it worked and how much we got for our camera equipment. So here we go. Also, just to note, if you're gonna be shipping your cameras, they do have lithium-ion batteries. We're gonna ship these with the battery inside. I checked with FedEx and their rules with lithium-ion batteries. They said if you ship with the battery inside the device, then you're good to go. So just in case you were wondering, we're gonna ship all 4 of our cameras here with the battery inside the camera.
So it's all packaged, ready to go, and we're gonna take it to FedEx office, drop it off, and we will let you know how it goes.
All right guys, we are back. It's been about 3 weeks since we sent our camera equipment to mbp.com to sell it. I thought I would tell you about our experience, how long it took, and the big question, how much we got paid. It took about 10 days for us to hear back. We packaged up our equipment like you saw, sent it to New York where MBP is located, and we got a reply in like a week, I think. Got an email that said, we've received your camera equipment. We're gonna have our experts look over it. We'll tell you what we thought, what we think about your camera equipment after our expert looks over it. About 2 days later, I got an email back that says, we've adjusted your quote. So when you originally tell them what you have to sell, they give you kind of a quote estimate, and then once they evaluate your equipment, then they come back with either a higher or lower quote based on the condition of your camera equipment. So our quote unfortunately was a little bit lower than what they originally thought because one of our cameras did not meet their expectations. So they did send it back to us promptly. They just said, here's your new quote. You can either choose to accept it or not. And we decided, yeah, we'll go ahead and accept that quote because, you know, why not? It was more money than we had before, right? So we accepted the quote, and this is how it worked. So there's a little link in the email that says, yes, we accept that payment. They say, okay, everything's good to go. You follow a link, you put in your actual bank account information. So you need the routing number and your checking account. We had the money funded to our checking account within like 36 hours. I think it was. It was less than 2 days. So that was cool. It was like a direct deposit straight into our account, which we thought was great. So they did tell us that one of our cameras had some dust and debris, you know, kind of behind the lens or whatever that was affecting the camera quality. So they didn't want to keep that one. So they packaged it back up, sent it to us, and we had it within a week, which I thought was cool. They packaged it really nicely. I'm just gonna kind of unwrap this. I haven't even looked at it yet because we had 3 Canon G7X Mark IIs that we sent to them. They only wanted to keep 2, and then they also kept our Sony ZV-1. So this is the one that they didn't want to keep. It seems like they have a pretty strict like evaluation process, which I think is kind of good, honestly, because the people who are buying this camera equipment know that they're getting really good cameras from them. So what was our experience? I thought it was great. They had really, really great communication, prompt emails. They told us where our camera equipment was. They told us when they received it. They told us when they were going to evaluate it. They told us the condition of our cameras, that they thought if it was good or bad. This one, of course, they didn't want to keep, which is, you know, okay. I would have liked to have gotten the money for 3, but hey, you know, what can you expect? And then the funding of the money was really, really fast. So I would give them like 5 stars. You know, it was a great experience. We were a little concerned at first. Are they trustworthy? Should we trust these people with our camera equipment? We knew that it was worth some money. Are we just sending it to some random Joe Schmo? Are they just gonna steal it from us and keep it? No, it was a great experience. I would totally use them again if we had other equipment, things that we wanted to send to them and sell. We liked using this because it was much easier to use than eBay, a lot less hassle. We didn't have to pay a fee. They paid us straight what we thought our camera equipment was worth. We didn't have to pay them to, you know, to sell it to them. And also less hassle than eBay, less hassle than like Facebook Marketplace, things like that. We just packaged it up, sent it. They told us what they thought it was worth. They gave us the money. It was easy as that. So how much did we get paid? So we had a Sony ZV-1 and we had 2 Canon G7X Mark IIs that we sold them, and we made a total of $1,535, which I thought was pretty good. So definitely we would use them again. If you have camera equipment that you are sitting on that you're not using anymore, definitely give them a try. You don't have to take their offer either. They say, hey, this is what we're gonna offer you. If you don't wanna take that, they will send you your equipment back to you. No muss, no fuss, easy peasy. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about our experience, please let us know. We thought it was great. Would not hesitate to recommend them to anybody, either selling or buying camera equipment if you're looking to do that. So, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell so that you know when we post, and we will see you guys next time, okay? Love you, bye.